Well, it's a long way off yet, Ed. I mean, anything at the moment it looks very much like Australia will have a walkover in the challenge round, but there's another 10 months to go, and America or other countries have in the past produced players to come up to that standard in that particular time. It looks like at the moment as if Ken Rosewall, Lou Hode, Neil Fraser and Ashley Cooper will comprise of the team, with, at the moment, of course, Ken Rosewall and Lou Hode playing both singles and doubles. But Ashley Cooper is a danger, and he could easily be in place of Rosewall or Hode when the challenge round comes around again. Both Ashley and Neil travelled with us last year on the Davis Cup team. Although they didn't see any action as players, they were playing great tennis in practice. In fact, Ashley Cooper went home again and reached the final of the Queensland Championship, our first tournament in our circuit. He beat Ken Rosewall in the Victorian Championships, and he beat Lou Hode twice, once in the interstate match and also in another match later on. And Neil Fraser, the other boy, he's just turned 21. He won the South Australian title, beating Cooper in the semi-final and Hode in the final, 7-5 in the fifth set.
I've been asked this question many, many times. Australia is noted for its fine tennis players, and can you tell us a little bit this evening what kind of a program you have down there in Australia that has, well, put you all on top?
Well, the junior development, I don't think we concentrate any greater than you do here in the States or other parts for that matter. I think our climate has a lot to do with it, and the Australian people are very sports-minded and love outdoor life, and that possibly has a bigger draw. Our setup is mainly most of our country areas, such as New South Wales and Victoria, where the two biggest tennis states, are set off in zones, and once a year, each one of these zones pick out two of the best juniors, say from 16 to 18, and they have a free trip to Sydney, the White City courts there, and they have a fortnight of free tuition, general look around Sydney over aircraft. I remember when I went over a big aircraft carrier, and it was quite I was a country boy. This is all through the country, I may add. I was a country boy, so I was quite intrigued with all this city life. Other than that, there's not a great deal done for the juniors, other than if they show some promise, the sporting goods firms, who we all are employed by in Australia, the top players in particular, get equipment from these firms, and if we get better, well, they put us on their payroll and pay us while we're away or home. Their main revenue from that is we play a lot of exhibitions for country centres, and in return these country centres use that particular firm's ball, and they get their money back in that line. It is unknown, of course, whether it is worth as much as they pay. It's just some of those things in promotion, you never know whether it's worth it or not.
Well, Rex, now you've done a lot of people ever get strong enough that they'll be able to hang on to that Davis Cup.
Well, I think you're taking things pretty bad. I mean, America have in the past held the cup for so many years in a row and has dominated the tennis that Australia has only been a very short time in it. They've just been the last few years. And although I believe it's said over here that tennis has gone off a little as far as popularity is concerned, but the other countries may do so soon too. You never can tell. Most of these things seem as if they've gone in cycles. At one time, England had a run on it, and again, France had, I think they held it for about 6 or 7 years when Lacoste and Cochet and Barotta and that troupe were playing. But the continental countries, I think, are a little unfortunate inasmuch as they play on what you call clay over here all the time. And when they get onto grass courts, they just don't know what hits them because the courts are much faster, and the big game can be played net rushing and volleying.
Mm-hmm.